Alex Jones, and I am being deposed for the upteenth time by the Democratic Party, deep state combine. But despite all of the leverage and the lawfare they're waging against us, thanks to you and your prayers and support, we are still on air. And we've even had Greg Gutfeld come out and say, basically, Alex Jones was right last night. And again, this is a bellwether. Not that we need mainstream corporate media to give us a nod. It's just that has now become a maxim showing that people understand that this is a coordinated takedown, permanent emergency to destroy America and the rest of the West, which is stated by the UN, by the WEF, by the Club of Rome, by the globalists. And as the mainstream awakens to the fact that there really is a brutal corporate transhumanist depopulationist conspiracy against them, it is game over for them. So I want to just salute the listeners and viewers the last 29 years. We have been at the very heart and have been the main engine of the resistance. We've been the most successful out of anybody that came before us. All glory goes to God, but God has worked through you to make this broadcast such a focal point. So I just wanted to thank you. We've all gone through a lot. We've all been attacked, ridiculed, many of us persecuted, but it's worth it because the truth is the truth and there is no future without the truth. So I want to just thank you all. Harrison Smith's going to host the first hour. Owen can't. Pray for him as the broadcast starts. He's being sentenced as we speak in D.C. And we will know very, very soon what that sentence for his quote free speech was. So please pray for Owen. He should be popping in very soon during this hour. That funds the operation, plus their amazing products. Now that's one wing of the eagle. The other wing of the eagle is Alex Jones. And I've got a great team of lawyers that have been doing a great job federally on my bankruptcy and my appeals, but they have not been paid in 10 months. Neither has the big accounting firm, and they've done a great job getting my bankruptcy together, my personal bankruptcy. I am upside down. They are owed really over $1 million, and this is a real problem. So I am upside down. I'm completely out of money myself. So I need your help. I need everybody to make the decision to go to Defend Jones.
Well, Jones, I wish we could help you, honey. But we the average folk in America.
You might send $20 or $50.
Easy thing now, Alex, where first I had to do a fundraiser just to pay for myself to go on the road and have security and just, continue to grow professionally. And we weren't expecting to have an ongoing legal battle. We thought after today that this fight would be over after everything we've been through.
Did I not tell you to launch a fundraiser 2 days ago? I told you this was going to happen. Did I not tell you?
And so now I have to launch a legal fundraiser, Alex. Now I have to raise more legal funds because I'm going to have this fight in the courts.
And let's be clear, listeners will say, why doesn't free speech pay? We're not allowed to under the bankruptcy.
Yeah, and I don't know how much into detail you want to get about that, but that's the case, is that we're not allowed to fund the things we need to do and want to do.
Yeah, I thought would happen.
Yeah, and so now here we are. You can go to defendowen.com, and we're redirecting it now to a legal fundraiser. But like I said, we thought the legal fight was over after today. We've been cooperating. We've operated in good faith. We didn't think speech was a criminal activity that was going to land me in jail.
And again, they also spun it that you were going to turn against us. No, you cooperated and you were innocent. And you gave them your phone because there was nothing there. And they're just mad about that. And they said they would not give you jail time if you did. They lied.
Well, we're now expecting this to go to the Supreme Court, Alex. And so now I've got to have a legal fight up to the Supreme Court. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about the cooperation.
Well, where's the ACLU? First, where's the ACLU? They're trying to support 8-year-olds being taken from their parents to have their penises cut off.
So let's talk about the cooperation that you just mentioned, because there was a lot of fake news out there. A lot of lies were told in the press as well, that somehow I flipped on Alex or I flipped on Trump or I flipped on something else. Folks, I fully cooperated with the government because there's nothing to flip. There's nothing to hide. They went through 2 electronic devices. I sat through questioning sessions with them. I gave them answers, fully transparent, fully honest. If they have access to my bank account information. If there was anything there, they would have found it. There's nothing there, Alex. Fully cooperative. And so I guess the frustration is that because there's nothing there, now they have to go after me for my speech. But if we're talking about the First Amendment and we're looking at this case, then we have to sit here and wonder what the First Amendment means. And we have to sit here and ask quite frankly, I didn't get in media to talk about me. I didn't even expect I was going to become a free speech icon or martyr, but now this is the fight I'm in now, Alex. I am now selected by the government to be one of the biggest free speech activists on the planet, of course, alongside yourself. And so this is where we're at now. But we always warned people, whatever they do to us first, they're going to do to everybody else. Look at what they've done to you. And now they do the judgment cases against Rudy Giuliani. Look at what they did to you with the censorship. Now they censor everybody else, myself included. So folks, understand, if they can get away with criminalizing Owen Schroyer's free speech, they're coming for you next. That's not a cliche. That's not just something we're saying here to fluff ourselves or make.
No. They've had Homeland Security people on CNN, on MSNBC saying we want to use Homeland Security as its main mission against the people, and Biden says his main mission is Trump supporters. This is them trying to outlaw their opposition.
It really hurts my heart, Alex. It really hurts my
Mine
heart
too.
that the country that I love and that the country that I fight for.
Yep.
And I believe it. I believe in the ideas and the values of America. I believe the Bill of Rights and the Constitution is fundamental to forming the best Republican country on the planet.
Yes, and that's what we have to stand up for.
It hurts my heart that I have to sit here and my lawyers have to sit here and the audience has to sit here and we have to say, what is the state of the country I'm in right now? Do I even have a country anymore?
Not really.
Do I even have a Bill of Rights anymore? Do I have a First Amendment anymore? Do I have a Second Amendment anymore? Do we even have a real justice system anymore, Alex?
No.
I'm going to get on the car and go on an airplane soon and get back
For
tomorrow to host the
years.
show and be here with me as well in studio. But let's talk about, I know you've not antagonized the judge. You've
The American
you wanted to
people
see
are
what's gonna happen.
struggling.
I called you a couple days ago and I said, I think they're going to nail you. And so you need to get ready and raise money. And you said, oh, no, I don't think so. I'm not trying to toot my horn. They're out of control.
The statistics that these people get
America, go after them. Even though
are
they're
wrong.
smart
They
enough to
ask
backfire.
all
It's
the
not
wrong
I was right.
people.
It's about that I understand the enemy mindset. What was it like in the courtroom? What happened there when the judge got up there? What did the prosecution say?
Well, the prosecution laid out their case, and it was contradictory and ironic in its presentation because they continued to argue that this wasn't about free speech and this wasn't a case about speech, but then every argument they made in front of the judge was about my speech. In the very sentencing memo, and we covered it all in the press conference today, they cite my speech, 20 times, 30 times. There's 4 different sections in the sentencing memo, and each headline is my speech, my rhetoric. And they phrase it and they change the wording and the lexicon to make it not use speech, but it's rhetoric. It's he said, he was on a megaphone, he presented. It's all speech, Alex.
We will not accept the fake election. We're here protesting. And then they even mentioned stuff you did a few months ago on your own show.
Yeah, they're clearly tuned into the show every day. They made that quite clear. But Alex, they even quote in the document that we tried to de-escalate. It's a quote.
Yeah, they say we want to send a peaceful message. How dare you? Good Lord, this is evil. Look, May 15th. Oh, he said
They
they stole
are
the election.
evil.
Biden's a pedophile.
They quoted me saying we want to send a peaceful message, and they quoted us saying we want to de-escalate the situation, as they put it, to any of the mobs. Or how is that amping up any of the crowds if my own speech that they're citing in their document is peaceful message and de-escalate the crowd? It's all contradictory, Alex. And, I got to tell you, I hate to assume the worst. And maybe
I'm interrupting you. They say the worst part is you say Trump will win in 2024. They say we want prison for that.
And maybe I'm still naive here, Alex. Maybe I'm still being naive. But I just feel like with that presentation and with the conclusion of the judge that
he is going to.
Not only do I don't believe I got a fair
Alex
trial,
Jones just
I
predicted
don't even
it.
think there was ever really any process. I feel like the decision was already made. They could have gone
kind of
up
like
there
in Georgia, where 8
And I
hours
can't
before they put out the exact
freaking
indictment,
wait.
the letter
Oh
said they
my
did, the letter
God.
that they did.
Yeah.
I jumped
because,
up and down in
I don't
excitement.
understand how they can argue that this isn't about speech, but then every insinuation of my criminal activity is about speech.
Well, they say he's not repenting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He still
Excuse
says
my
Trump won.
language.
They say
I
I
did
just
not
showed
need to
it.
say the G word in
Where's the
vain.
media protecting itself? I mean, this is insane.
All right. Let's be clear about this aspect too, Alex. We've been operating in good faith. That's why I engaged in the cooperation. That's why I turned over the electronic devices and information that they requested. That's why I engaged in a question and answer session like they requested. And that's why I took the plea bargain. Because the understanding in the good faith negotiations was that as long as I cooperated and gave them even more than I had to, they didn't have a warrant. I waived all my rights, Alex. I waived all my rights to cooperate with them under the good faith understanding that they would not push for jail time. And by the way, my pretrial services, essentially my probation officer for the last 2+ years, they said I've been on good behavior. I've passed every test. I've been to every court date. I've taken every meeting I was supposed to have.
And let's go further. There's a third group, not just prosecutors and defense or the judge. There's a fourth group, I guess you technically say. They're under federal law for 20 years because of out-of-control federal sentencing. They have a body in the federal court that recommended no jail time for you. So
That's
the
right.
court itself recommended no jail time, but the judge did it.
The pretrial services said 0 jail time because of my good behavior on probation. And it was our understanding, operating in good faith, that the prosecution would also not ask for incarceration because I went above and beyond when it came to cooperation. So then they did ask for jail time. So the good faith negotiations were completely shattered, which makes me wonder if they ever intended on operating that way.
What do you make of Enrique Tarrio on the show yesterday, naming names, just like they did with Roger Stone, calling him in and saying, if you say Trump told you to do this, something you didn't do, we'll give you no jail time.
Alex knew that I turned my phones over. Alex knew that there was nothing to hide there. There was nothing to sweat over. There was nothing there.
Yeah, you said, do you mind if I do this? And I said, no, Owen, I haven't seen your phone, but we didn't do anything, sure.
If there was anything there, Alex, do you think we'd be talking about stuff I said on the show, or do you think we'd be talking about stuff that was on my phones?
Of course. So Owen, let's expand on that. This is how they divide us. The feds did the same thing to me a year and a half ago. They said, yeah, we're looking to indict you. They told my lawyers that. But if you'll just proffer and come meet with us and give us stuff, we will leave you alone. I said, I don't trust you. Give me total immunity. And we told them, plus there's nothing there. Except us, the cops saying, yeah, go try to stop it, which they lie about. We have that video, it hasn't been released yet. And
we all
they said,
need
no,
to
we don't want
unite.
them. And then they ran headlines. Jones just offered to
Come
turn Trump
together.
in. No, I offered to show them we haven't done anything.
Before it's too late.
Shocking, not just in the sentencing memo that they are trying to criminalize free speech. It was shocking to us that they asked for incarceration. We weren't expecting that. We were expecting no jail time. That was the cooperation. That was the good faith negotiation. So getting stabbed in the back. But Alex, again.
Know about what you've been told about the process. You're able to come back to Austin. They're going to try to sentence you. Can you do an appeal? We know you can do an appeal retroactively. 60 days in their gulag. Who knows what they'll do to you?
For free speech.
Oh, and you're a mate. They're going after the press now. They mean to this as a mode of intimidation. What did Norm Pattis, your famous, well-known lawyer, tell you?
So we're still working on some of the follow-up details. We do, of course, plan on appealing. The judge we might get rejected. They might just reject our appeal and just say, no, you can't appeal. In which case, today's sentencing will be final. But we do plan on appealing. And I will just go ahead and tell you right now, we'd like this case to make it to the Supreme Court, Alex.
Whatever decision you want.
Thank you, General Jones. But let me tell you right now, I want to be back in the InfoWars studios. That's our flagship station. That is the mothership in the resistance against tyranny. And so I want to be back. I'm dying to get back. And the rest of the interviews I'm going to be able to do from our studios or from our hometown of Austin. And so the plan is to go on Tim Pool tonight, and then I'm going to be back in Austin as soon as possible, but I will be back in the studio tomorrow.
Well, he's got an audience of 5-10 million, so be sure to tell him to tune in Infowars.com/show. And Tim's smart. I love how Tim, he used to be a big liberal. As they attack more and more, he's totally joined us. Because old-fashioned liberals were good people. They were just, not politically aligned with us. But now there's only patriots and tyrants now.
That's where we're at, Alex. And
Closing 2-minute comment. Anything else you want to say?
We're the patriots.
Well, let me just respond to that. Alex, we always knew that this fight for freedom was upon us. We always knew it. That's why you started InfoWars. That's why the Alex Jones Show is what it is today, and that's why I wanted to join the team and expand our live transmissions. So it's like when you're finally getting airdropped onto the battlefield now, I mean, we are in the heat of it now, brother. And I can't say enough words of thanks and gratitude and love for the support that I've gotten in the last 72 hours at defendowen.com. I can't express how much that means to me. And I just want to assure all of the people that donate at defendowen.com, and I want to assure all the audience members here, is that our fight for freedom, our fight for truth, and our fight for justice will persist, period. I believe in this country. I believe in this republic. I believe the founding documents are imperative to preserve. And so we're not going to go anywhere. And yeah, you know what? That might mean some bad stuff for us. But I believe freedom is worth it. I believe the country is worth it. And I think our audience agrees, Alex. And the more they come, the more people are going to realize that what you just said, it's either patriots, freedom lovers, or tyrants. That paradigm is going to become solidified here, if it's not already.
Beautifully said, and you just said it. It's like we're paratroopers being dropped in the Battle of the Bulge. I mean, it's. Let me guess, because I don't know, but you seem more empowered, more invigorated, because we've been proven right. The enemy's come, and we're men, and we're going to measure up to our ancestors right now. We're measuring up right now.
I've really been a good person my whole life. I really have. Everybody I'm extremely popular, okay? Everybody I've ever crossed paths with loves me. And so I'll just tell you, it's kind of like the Bible says, that what you do to the least of my people, shall be done to you. Well, I'm the least of the people, Alex. I'm the guy that is, I'm a lover. I'm a peace lover. I'm a peaceful guy. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows what I stand for. And everybody knows what I stand against. And so when they see me taking the fire, and when they see me as a marked man with a target on my back, it's going to cause a major awakening process. I'll tell you, I'd rather probably not be going through this, but in the fight for our republic, in the fight for truth, in the fight for freedom, if it has to be me, then it's worth it.
Well, that's it. I mean, if anybody knows politics and history, persecuting somebody like you is a really bad move, just like Trump. But they just decided to go full takeover, which means they got something really bad planned. That's why I'm worried about you if they put you in there for 60 days. They're planning something big, false flags, Owen. So everybody better be praying and getting ready. Defendowen.com, defendjones.com. We both are separate. We're not being funded now by free speech. I'm here working actually in the negative.
Wow.
Beyond free. I'm working at a deficit. And a lot of people involved in it think it's funny. But it doesn't matter, because every minute we become more popular and more successful in the fight, and God is using us. So our credibility with the public and our reach is growing while we go through pain. And I'm willing to go through that pain to do this. And I appreciate you, Owen. Love you, Owen. It was my brother, Owen Schroyer, brother from another mother. That's what God told me. God said, you're going to build the big resistance. Your audience will build the resistance. You will enlighten the people. And you will see all these leaders pop up from what you and your audience does. And then you're going to get hurt really bad. Do you want to be Christ-like? And I was given a little idea. A little taste, a little, not the baby Holy Ghost, just God loving you like a blanket, but horror. And just a microcosm of what Christ had put on him of the pain and the sins of the world. I was just given just a 1/1 trillionth of what Christ was given. And I said, I want it. And God literally said, here's the contract. And I signed that contract. And I'm signing it again metaphysically in front of all you right now. There's the contract right there. I've signed it in blood. Victory or death. So I need provisions in the fight. I won't back down. I won't give in, but I could give out.
I knew this was coming.
We really are in your hands. I want you to say a prayer for Owen, say a prayer for me. I've been telling you the last few weeks, I spent all the time on the stuff they're doing behind the scenes. It's nasty, folks. But that only makes me even stronger in my conviction that, man, we were right about these people. It's worse than I thought. I gotta take them on. Every fiber in my body, every cell I got just wants to fight these people.